Yo, what's poppin'? Before we get into the video, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. All that is much appreciated. But let's get into it. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you need to give yourself a pass. Stop beating yourself up. You're going to be all right. You're supposed to make mistakes. Let's get into it. Stop beating yourself up. It is okay to make mistakes. These last few years, I really beat myself up a lot because I started gaining new information, and it's just like I'm 36 years old. Here's my struggle. I look at myself and I'm like, damn, I'm 36 years old. Why don't I have this shit figured out yet? But I have to remind myself that gaining knowledge is a lifelong journey, you know. So I had to start learning how to give myself a pass. Like, it's okay. I'm supposed to do stupid shit. You supposed to do stupid shit. You're gonna make mistakes, especially if you're going out in this world blind. For example, when you grow up in the hood, you don't really get exposed to too much shit. So if you're not thugging, or if you're not a super athlete, once you get into the real world and you become an adult and you try to figure out what you want out of life, it takes you longer. But you're gonna fuck up because you don't know what you're doing. That's with anything. Like, there's so much shit that I learned, and I'm just like, fuck, like, goddamn. I wish I would have knew this shit when I was 22 years old. But that's just a part of the process. You know, you gotta learn, you gotta make your mistakes, you gotta do dumb shit. You you will never gain wisdom without doing dumb shit. It's just a part of the game. And that's why I say you need to stop beating yourself up. It's okay. You fucked up. I have to remind myself all the time that, hey, it's okay. Because I'll be fucking up. You think I don't have these moments? I'm 36 years old and I ain't got this shit figured out yet. Then I got all these people, first of all, don't worry about what the fuck people gotta say. You just do you. That's first of all. But, sometimes I let the shit get to me. I ain't gonna lie. People just looking at me like, damn, like you 36 years old and you ain't got it figured out yet. You supposed to have everything just in line or in order, but it's it's not that easy for ambitious people. I know there's many things that I can go out into this world and do and instantly make money. For example, I could be a truck driver and I could just instantly go out here and just start making money and figure this shit out, but I'm still trying to figure out what makes me happy. So I'm going to have to go through a long process of trial and error. You know, sometimes you got to try out 100 things just to figure out the one thing that you like. But I would rather live with that. I would rather just live with me trying shit out and it not working out than me not trying at all. Because I'm one of those people that I can't just be unhappy and just deal with it. And I know life ain't supposed to be peaches and cream all the time. You got to get up, you got to be a man, you got to go out into the world, and you got to handle your business. But I'm not, excuse me, I'm not one of those people that can just go out here and just take it. You ever see somebody at a job and they just been working that same job for 35, 40 years and they just look miserable. And that's, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. because they go out here, they take care of their families, they do what they got to do. You know, I respect them as men, but I know me, I'm not going to do anything for 40 years that makes me miserable. You know, when I was a high school custodian, I used to literally have thoughts like, man, I would rather be dead than work this for the next 30 years. And there's opportunities for growth. That's what I'm trying to say. There were many opportunities for growth to where I could have, and by now I would have been making hella good money. But I probably would have been stressed out and hate myself. I would have hated myself for just staying there. I don't give a fuck how much money I make. If I'm not happy, I don't give a fuck about the money. See, my goal in life is to wake up every day and just love everything about my life. You know, I just want to love everything. Just, I want to love the way I make money. You know, if I got me a girl, whatever. Not if, when I got me a girl, I want her to be happy to be with me. I'm happy to be with her. I just want my life to be happy. We only get one of these motherfuckers, man. We only get one life. Like, why waste the shit being unhappy? Now, I ain't gonna be stupid. I ain't gonna be stupid, because I will. I'm not saying I'm above working a job. My goal is to not have to work a job, but I'm not saying that I'm above it, because I will do it if I have to, and I need to take care of business. I'm not stupid like that, but the end goal for me is to just be in control of my life. I want to be in full control of my life. You know, I really want to find what makes me happy. So that just means that, I don't know when I'm gonna figure this shit out. I wish I had it figured out right now. But shit, that shit might take me another 10 years. I might be 46 when I finally get this shit. But I know at the end of the day, it's gonna be worth it. I know when I finally get it, when I finally like can say, when I finally can say, this is it. This is it for me. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I know it's gonna be worth it. But I gotta be willing to take those L's, those lessons, because we don't lose. We just learn lessons. I just gotta go out here and I just gotta learn from my mistakes, and not get so down on myself. There was moments in my life where I went through a little depression, just being down. It can get to you if you let it. It can get to you. That's why you have to have a strong mind. Just imagine you 36, right? I'm 36 years old. I got a plan, but I'm 36. I'm living in my car. I'm looking at my family and friends. They got good jobs. They drive nice cars. They got families and shit and nice houses and shit. And I'm just looking at my life like, what the fuck am I doing? And sometimes I would get lost in that, like, what the fuck am I doing? And then I would go away from my original plan, you know. And you have to understand that everybody's time is different. It may take me a little longer than what it took them, but hey, that's just, it's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen, and I can't just get mad at it and look in the mirror and call myself a loser. I've had those thoughts too, just after all the mistakes I've made in the last 4 years. And I don't purposely make mistakes, but sometimes you're gonna just do stupid shit just because of the lack of knowledge. You know, if I would have had a fucking manual on this shit, or just imagine me being 20 years old, or however, whatever age. Just imagine if I had a rich uncle or a rich cousin, somebody that's a millionaire. I don't know any millionaires in my family. I don't know not one millionaire. And my pops, he's a hardworking man, and he's very good with saving money. We never want it for nothing, but like I don't know how to run a fucking business. You know, for example, I do ride share. Doing ride share on a small scale is running a business. Shit, for the first 3 years of me working, I wasn't making no fucking money. I mean, I thought I was. I was going out here. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna make $100 a day. That's $700 a week when I first started. Cool. So I'll make my $100 and I would go home. But I wasn't calculating nothing else. And I was wondering, why the fuck am I broke? Why am I broke? Because I gotta make more than $100 a day. I have to profit $100 a day to make $700 a week. So out of that $100, let's say I go spend $15 a day on food. Boom. Now I'm at 85. And then I spend $25 on gas. Boom. Now I'm down 40. So I got $60 now. And that's not saying like, if I had fun that night, if I went to go have a drink or I spent more money on food, went out with the homies or anything, you know what I'm saying? So now I ain't really making no money. This whole time I'm like, man, I should be making $700 a week. Why my bank account low? Because I wasn't calculating all my finances. And it frustrated me for the longest, but I learned from it. So now I understand how business works. You got to write down all your expenses, from everything that you eat to your clothes that you wash to the gas that you put in the car to the maintenance of your car. You got to write all that shit down. So technically, if I wanted to make $100 a week, $700 a week, I would have to make sure I make at least $150, $160 every day. Because I got $60 worth of finance. $60 worth of business expenses that I got to pay for before I even get into my profit. And that's okay because, I learned, but I used to get so mad. I still get mad sometimes because I want nothing more than to be a successful man. But I'm going to have to go through this process of learning how to lose and learn my lessons and correct my mistakes. But I'll never win if I beat myself up all the time. There's no need to be depressed about it. Life ain't really that serious. Like I tell y'all in all my videos, as long as you got food and a safe place to sleep, you already winning that life. So don't beat yourself up too much. You're supposed to be stupid. You going out here learning by yourself. You learning, you the black sheep of the family. You got to go out here and you got to learn shit on your own because you ain't got nobody to teach you. Even if you got the most concrete plan, let me tell you something about plans. Something always happens when you make plans. It never works to a T, to where you make these plans and you set these goals and everything just goes smoothly. You always gonna get a curveball. But what you need to do is just learn how to adjust. You gotta learn how to adjust. You know how many times I had to rewrite my goals, rewrite my plans? Here's another gem for y'all. The best way to set goals is to set small, manageable goals. I would do that. I would do crazy shit. I would set a crazy goal like, nigga, I'm working 60 days a week. And by day 24, 60 days a week. I sound retarded. I'm kind of slow. But let's say I would be like, I'm going to work 60 days straight. That's what I was trying to say. And, a couple of times I accomplished that. But after a while, you just get so burnt out, trying to set these big-ass goals when I should have just broke the shit down into small little goals. You know, just like saving money, for example. You know, you could save $10 a day. Ain't shit, right? But if you multiply 10 times 7, see, you start breaking shit down like this. This the type of shit that pissed me off about myself. Let's say you making $10 a day, right? You save $10 a day. So pay yourself $10 every day, no matter what. That's $70 a week. And you multiply that times 4. You got $280 a month. You know, that ain't shit, right? But if you multiply that $280 a month times 12 months, I'm just going to round it to 300. That is what? That's $3,600 a month? I mean, a year. Now, imagine if I was doing that, because I've always had a job. I've been working since I was 19. So just imagine if I just saved $10 a day. I'm 19 years old, just $10. So from 19, how much did I say that was? That was $3,600. I'm 36 now, so you multiply 3,600 by 17 years and see how much money you got just by saving $10. That should have pissed you off, because you'll look at yourself like, why the fuck don't I got no money? Shit, save $100 a month. You 17, 18 years old, you got your first job. You save $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year. You multiply that by 10. By the time you 30, that's going to be what? At least what? What's that? 11,000, 12,000, something like that. The average 30-year-old ain't got $12,000 in his account. And I know it don't seem like a lot of money, but that's money that you wouldn't have even been thinking about. Because trust me, 10 years from now, you're going to be like, oh, shit, I got 11 racks. You're going to be like, damn, like, shit, I can go on a vacation. You know, I can take my lady out on something nice. I can go do something for myself. Just off saving $100 a month. See, that shit will frustrate you like a motherfucker, especially when you get my age. I don't want none of the young people listening to me to get my age and start thinking about shit like that. Because you'll be like, God damn, bro, all I have to do is save $100 a month times 17 years and shit. I'll be up 20. I should have at least 20 bands in my account just off me saving the little crumbs. $100 a month, that ain't nothing. But, you know, we don't calculate our finances. We don't know where the money is going. That's why, you know, me becoming a rideshare driver, it taught me a lot about finances, because in order for me to make money and make profit, I have to keep track of what I got going on. Everything, every last dime. And that's how I figured out I'm fucking terrible with money management. You know? So that frustrated me, man. That would have me down at night, like, fuck, man. Like, I coulda, woulda, shoulda, all that bullshit, right? That shit start floating around my head. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, man. But I can't even live like that. So I'm just giving myself till 40. Like, by the time I'm 40 years old, which is 3.5 years from now, I want to be straight financially. You know, at least have anywhere between, let's say, $30,000 and $50,000 saved up. You know, I'm gonna have more than that, because I'm setting up an IRA account to, you know, start building for my future, so I got some money to fall back on when I get older. But just on the saving tip, by the time I'm 40 years old, I want to have $30,000 to $50,000 at least saved up. You know, and that's not including the other shit. Now, I'll likely have more than that, but, you know, you always got to set small, manageable goals. You know, I can say it could possibly be 100,000, but if I say 30,000, it's like, okay, yeah, I could do that. for sure. I shouldn't have no less than 30 bands by the time I'm 40, and I know that's not a lot of money. Well, not for y'all, at least. But for me, it's a lot of money because, I live a minimalist lifestyle. So if I got 50 bands and I got a nice RV I'm living out of to where I don't really got a big overhead, that's a lot of money for me. That'll last me a long time. But I'm just making this drop to let you guys know, like, you need to stop beating yourself up. You're gonna be all right. Figure out what the problem is, correct the shit, learn from the shit, go learn from people who made the same mistakes as you. Figure out whoever's in your field and they're good at it. Go try to pick their brain. You just got to keep growing and keep learning, and don't worry about your age, because we all fuck up. Because I put a lot of pressure on myself, but I'm quite sure it's some people that's 20 years older than me that don't know what I know. You know what I'm saying? But it's never too late. I mean, obviously, I wish I would have just been more on point. Since I first started working, since I was 19 years old, I wish I was more on point with my life and just stacking money. My pops, to give my pops credit, my pops did. He's always tell me, man, save your money, save your money. But I was too worried about trying to impress people. Who cares? Like, see, that's that hood shit. See, you can be broke and still be on in the hood as long as you look like you got something going on. Ain't even really about having it. So I was easily not manipulated. But I just tried to fit in. I tried to fit in too much. You know. And everybody's gonna go through that phase. You're gonna try to fit in and do whatever your people is doing, but make sure you at least putting some money away. Like I said, you put $100 away a month, which you can do. I don't give a damn what kind of job you got. You can put $100 away. You're gonna look up. You're gonna have some extra money, an extra $12,000 in your account by the time you're 30, and that can be some fun shit. It could be a vacation, whatever you want it to be. I'm quite sure you're gonna do better than that, especially if you listening to me, you following my videos, because I don't want people to make the same mistakes as me. That's why I'm saying, if you're a young kid, just fuck all this trying to keep up. Fuck credit cards and the American dream and all that. Fuck all that. Stack your bread, bro. Don't go out here when you get your first job. Don't go out here tricking and spending all your money. Like, be up first and then spend money. I ain't saying never spend it, but shit, if you can't buy whatever you gonna buy 3 times, remember that you can't afford it. That's the motto that you need to live by. And I'm speaking to myself too, because I got a long fucking way to go. But I feel good about myself because I know exactly what I need to do. So now it's all about execution, and you have to execute. You have to execute, because I haven't been executing these last couple of years like I should have. I've been doing all right. Like, I'm doing cool, but sometimes life hit me sometimes, and I just get in a funk and I just lose motivation, especially like when I'm gonna close it out because I'll go on a tangent, but when you start learning the truth about life, that shit could get depressing sometimes. It's just like, I be having my moments like, what the fuck am I working for? Like, I'm gonna die one day anyway. Like, ain't none of this money I got gonna be mine anyway, so fuck it. I ain't about to work hard. I go through shit like that mentally. But I have to bring myself back, and I have to think about my future. I have to think about what I want my life to look like when I'm 65. You want to be a broke ass man when you're 65? No. So I ain't saying you got to save every last dime you get. You definitely need to factor in fun and live your life, but I need to be a millionaire by the time I'm 65. And like I said, that may not be a lot of money for the average person, but the way I'm planning to live my life, $1 million gonna take me a long way. Just trust me, I'm 65. I got a meal ticket, and I got me a nice ass RV, and I got, some passive income, and I got my retirement plan and all that shit. I'm gonna be straight. Cause I don't plan on going into debt, buying houses and shit unless I have no plans on it. But unless I'm just on some real estate, selling and flipping and doing shit like that. Other than that, I ain't buying no house. I'm not buying no house. I'm not getting no car note. I'm gonna do my best to take care of my health so I can stay out of these doctors and keep them out my pockets. So that's gonna be a lot of money for me. Now you might want more. I'm just giving you my number. You don't gotta live your life like me. Go live your life how you want to live it. You might want to have $10 million by the time you're 65. Shit, you might want to have $1 million by the time you 25. And that's okay too. But remember, you don't owe nobody shit. Don't go out here blowing all your shit. Save it up. Trust me, them little crumbs that you putting away, they gonna add up, and you gonna be like, damn. I'm gonna close with this one little key tip. But I don't even know if I should say it. I'm gonna say it anyway because I used to do it. Because I don't think cash is gonna be a thing for too much longer. But what I used to do, I always carry cash because I'm just like, shit, man. What if my bank card don't work? You know what I'm saying? What if my bank card don't work one day and I need to handle some business? I always carry cash on me. Or if I lose my bank card, or anything could happen. So I always keep cash on me. But what I used to do back in the day was I would, every time I break a 20, I would put the $1 bills away. So anytime I got some $1 bills, I'm saving all of them. And that's what I used to do. And that shit used to add up. It was, you look up and you putting the $1 in your jar. You're like, oh shit, I got an extra 200 right here. You can be like, damn, like I didn't even know it was that much. Just like saving coins. Sometimes you putting these coins away. Every time you get some change, you drop that shit in the bucket. Whatever you got going on. You'll look up one day and be like, damn, this shit clutch. It could be something, it could be for a date or however you want to use it. But that's just a little shit I used to do. Let me not go on a tangent. But closing with this, for real this time, just don't beat yourself up. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to fuck up. And no matter what age you are, it's never too late to turn your life around. That's all I got for you for today. It's your boy, Ro. Thank you for tuning in to the Ro Show podcast. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, share, hit that subscribe button. All that is much appreciated. And I'm out.